Alright, so this is going to be a video about the CPU and hardware that powers this simulator. It's a 737 PMDG BBJ setup right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the front face of the CPU. And the front face of the CPU provides us with two control units that allow pretty much almost a full 8 to 10 fans in there to be controlled. They are set up right now for certain temp settings, so once they pass the temp settings, they do kick up to cool down the entire box and the number of components inside the CPU. So let's go ahead and take a look on the interior here. First of all, the computer is ran on an i7 Sandy Bridge processor, and it is water cooled by Corsair's water block and radiator kit. It's a terrific feature, and it really does keep the CPU cool. Be mindful that if you can put the radiator outside of the box, it helps keep it clean and terrific for maintenance. So if you have that opportunity, absolutely do this. We also added RAM cooling fans. These fans do keep the RAM chipsets cool down to temp so that we don't have a lot of issues in regards to keeping those high. One thing about the Sabertooth P67 motherboard that's in this unit is it does have an awesome little feature for where a fan can fit in and basically push air through the ducts of the motherboard. Be mindful, again, this requires a lot of cleaning. As a matter of fact, right now this CPU does need some cleaning, and we'll absolutely have to take a look at doing that this week sometime. Two 770 graphics cards from NVIDIA are set up with an SLI connection. This SLI connection allows you to connect the three main monitors for the full environment. Now, on top of that, the desktop is extended so you can drop all the added pop-ups for the instruments for the PMDG panels. So you got the PFD, MFDs, and you do have the ability to kind of extend the desktops of the FMCs and the MCPs. So all that up there is made possible because of that single little wire. Look at that little guy. Who knew, right? Alright, moving on, just to show you some of the components and layouts. As you can see, more fans over here. Need some cleaning. We have here the DVI and HDMI setups. There are a total of 4 DVI setups that need to be converted to HDMI, and then 2 HDMI outputs too. The one unique output here is this VGA output. This VGA output is for the PFDs because they are actually split copied signals, and since the monitors were smaller, they couldn't take the higher resolution inputs, so this is what we ended up doing. That does add up to a total of 7 monitors. Virtually there are 6 monitors that are notified by, or noticed by the graphics card, but the 7th monitor, which is the PFD, is a copied split signal. Okay, so just an idea here. We have probes laid out. This is the probe for the RAM temp and ambient box temperatures. We have probes down here for the GPUs and the power supplies. Everything is monitored closely so the fans can toggle on and off appropriately on demand. The hard drive here is 1 terabyte. This hard drive is actually the main backup, while these 2 solid states are basically where the flight sim is installed and drawn from. You want to do that setup. It is a terrific setup. We can talk about that later, and it does improve performance. Okay, so that breaks down the CPU and hardware arrangement. Another additional information is most of the SIM's wires are all paneled up, so it kind of does keep it clean. So this is us pulling back some of the panels so you can see some of the wiring. We have some lighting back there, that way if something goes wrong we can access it. Just LED strips, but there's some power strips up there and USB power supplies for the powering of the tablets and just the additional USB peripherals. Okay, if you have any other questions or suggestions, please go ahead and feel free to put in the comment box, and I look forward to starting a dialogue.